Hello, beautiful. Package, package, I got a package for you. For those of you that don't know what a catch can is, here's a very simple explanation. First, there's a guy on YouTube. His channel is called Engineering Explained, and I'll put a link to it below. That way you can get the exact explanation and more in-depth detail. But basically what happens is your engine has two halves. Your top half, which would be your combustion side, and your lower half, which would be the oil side. And in between you have your pistons with rings on it. And what your piston does, rides up and down, sucks in the air charge with fuel and air. And then that fires, that's where you get your power from. And then below that, you have your bottom half is your oiling system. And the piston rings cannot seal 100%. So you're going to get oil vapors, pressurized vapors, liquid condensation that goes by your rings. And what's going to happen is that comes back around through your ventilation system, which is called your PCV system, positive crankcase ventilation system, and it comes out and it gets recycled, goes back around the throttle body, back into your engine, and it gets dumped back in through the throttle body, which then goes into the air, which then goes back into the combustion chamber, and your air has the oil mixture in it. And it doesn't get a clean burn when it mixes with the gas. Plus it creates carbon buildup and carbon deposits and other nasty things we won't go into. But the whole gist of the catch can is to go in line between where it comes out of your engine to where it dumps back into the throttle body. It goes in, it's got a filter system in there, drops to the bottom of the catch can, and because liquid is heavier than air, the air goes back out of the top and goes back into the engine for a cleaner burn. Does it get 100% of it out? No, but it gets a lot of it out. And you need to check it, every time you change your oil. And if you do that on a regular basis, you'll know exactly how often you do need to check it. Because sometimes, if you drive it a lot, drive it hard, or it's got a lot of miles on it, it'll fill up quicker. So you might need to check it halfway in between your oil change. But let's get to the unboxing, and I'll show you what all was in the box. Alright, here we go. This is mine. It has a little bit of weight to it, which, when I ordered it, it said 2.75 pounds or something like that. So it's not exactly light, but, it's solid. Now, where I got mine from, I ordered it from a guy. The name of the company is JDP Motorsports. And the owner is a member of the Camaro 5 forums that I belong to. So, I try to support my local businesses when I can, or sponsors of the forums that I belong to. So I got to looking around. These things can get pricey. They start at $120 for a good one and go all the way up to $400 and $500. Caught this one on sale on JDP's Motorsports website, and I'll put the link to the website below. And I ordered it on Sunday, they shipped it on the Monday, and I got it Friday. Now I've already cut this box open to save time. And let's see what's out. Good heavy 3/8 oil line, fuel line. That's good, rather than some of the cheaper ones you see online. It has a clear vinyl tubing, which will actually collapse under pressure. Invoice, we don't need that. Packing. Got the catch can itself. The mounting bracket. Nice heavy aluminum. And a pack of mounting hardware. Now here's the catch can itself. Oh, computer coming on. Turn it off. I posted it online which one to get on my social media and in a video and everything. And there was a choice of sequential turn light signal module or catch can. Everybody voted for the catch can. I was kind of bummed because I was really wanting the sequential turn light module, but you guys picked this, so that's what I got. Well, then I had to try to decide which color to get, because they had black, red, blue, satin finish, which looks like a brushed aluminum, and then polished, which is chrome looking. And so I posted that, and you guys chose the red, which it's not quite as a metallic looking red, so I think it's actually going to look pretty good on the car, since my car is red, mostly black anyway, except for the stripes. But it's what you get. Nice solid piece of machined aluminum, I'm guessing. Alright, you want to take your barb fittings, put some Teflon tape on it. Very simple, just put it on there and roll it around. You're going to take your barb fittings and run some Teflon tape on them. Very simple to do. Just hold it, put it on there, go clockwise with it. I normally go about 5 times. Then you're going to install it into your fitting, into your catch can. One on the side and one on the top. Now, per the instructions, which do not come with this, but they are on Elite Engineering's website. I'll put a link to them. You want them, it's going to be setting like this, so you want the fittings to be toward the engine. Now, this one can't be 90 degrees back. It's going to have to be kind of like a 45 to clear the bracket. So all you're going to do, you don't want to over tighten it, you just want to snug it up, because the Teflon tape's going to hold in, everything you need to hold in. So you just want it snug. So I can go around again on that one, I believe. Something about like that for now. And after you do that, you're going to want to slide your bracket, because it's going to set just like this. Slide your bracket on and put your screws in it. I'm trying to rush because it's getting dark and I'm being clumsy, and I don't want to drop this on the car, so I'm going to set it down and start them. Just got off work, I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I want to get this done before dark so you guys can see how it goes. Alright, get it started. Tighten it down. It pulls itself right in that machined recess for it. That's how it's going to look. Next thing you're going to do is set that down so you don't drop it on your car. So I'm going to lay it back in the box. And this right here is the bolt we're going to be loosening and taking out. It goes to the belt tensioner, but you're going to take out that one bolt. That's what the bracket goes to. Let me put you back up here. Take that bolt out. Get the lock washer that came with the kit. Like so. And then you're going to grab your catch can. And you're going to put it in the bottom hole. Tighten it back down. Now, you don't want to make it real tight just yet. You want it to where it can have some slack in it, because you want to be able to move around, because you want it to be mounted as level as you can get it. And that's about as level as I'm going to be able to get mine. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and tighten it down. Good and tight. So the ratchet down, I'm not going to need that anymore. Now I'm going to take out the filler cap, set it to the side for just a second. and be very gentle because this is painted. You're going to lift up and pull out on your engine cover. Set it to the side so you don't step on it or mess it up or anything. Let me bring you in so you can see. Well, first let me put this back on so you don't get any dirt in it. Now I can already tell that this one needs to be angled down just a little bit more. So now that I have it mounted, I got something I can pull against. I'm going to rotate that around just ever so slightly. And that should take care of that. Put the screwdriver out of the way. Man, beautiful day. They're calling for rain later. Now let me bring you in here so you can see. What we're going to be doing is the vacuum line going to the side of the throttle body, which is a pain in the butt to get to. There's one there and one below it. And I'll put a picture in the description, in the video now so you can see. But that's the two lines we got to take off. And they can be a pain in the butt if you haven't messed with these types of clips before. But I have. So there's what it is, there's a plastic clip that just slides on. Well, inside of that there's like a cutout area. And there's another section of the clip. Well, what you want to do is you want to stick a screwdriver in there, push down on the clip, and then pull straight out. I'll put a picture of that fitting in the video now so you know what I'm talking about. But I got to go in and get a flashlight so I can see what I'm doing, and I'll be right back. And this is what it looks like. And what happens is this is the lock position. So what you want to do is you want to take your screwdriver, you're going to push down right there and then push up, and that unlocks it. Okay? That's all there is to it. And you take out that little piece. Throw that in the box like always. We save our parts. Let me bring you back over here so you can see. And what we're doing it's kind of counterintuitive, but this is how you know. If you look right there, you can see the plastic piece, or what looks like plastic, right here. This one will go to the side of the catch can, and this metal one down here will go to the top of the catch can. So now all you have to do is cut your line, put your clamps on it, and slide it on. And they allow plenty of fuel line, as you can tell, for this install. Plenty, because you can see it only takes that much to go from there to there, and then all you got left is to go from there to there. So it's plenty. So with that in mind, I am going to get my flashlight and make sure I got it where I need it. The top one goes to the side, so I'll stick that under there. You've got to kind of route it out of the way of the cover too. So that goes right there. That will be long enough. So now I'm going to take my cutters, open them up, cut it. Set that to the side, get two of the clamps, get these extra things out of the way that I don't need, get the clamps, and put them on. Now these clamps are optional. Yeah, they provide them, so that's why I'm using them, number one. Number two, I always try to make sure I do the stuff the right way. But I have seen a number of cars that don't have them, don't use them. And there's good and bad. I mean, there's not a lot of pressure on this, but the way I look at it is it gets older. You know, I'm going to need it. At least I think I'm going to need it, because, you know, the rubber hose will kind of stretch and get bigger over time. So that's why I'm putting them on. And it's easier said than done, of course. I'm trying to route it underneath my existing wires and stuff, so it's tucked out of the way of the cover, and it looks professional, looks better. And I can see why a lot of people don't use them, because it's going to be a pain in the butt to get it on there. But that's alright, that's why they invented pliers, right? eyes adjust for a second so I can see what I'm doing. I think I can get these down in there. No, not without taking off that sensor, and I don't want to do that. Here we go. Alright, got that one on. Now what I ended up unplugging that sensor. Give me a little extra room to get down there to the clamp, so I can get it on a lot easier, because without doing so, let me tell you, it's going to be a pain in the butt. But I just thought you'd want to know that little tip real quick, and I'm going to go ahead and stick it on the catch cam. Alright, I got that one on. As you can see, I got it going right here. You can see the clamp and everything. I got it tucked up underneath all the factory stuff, so that at least for a nice, neat appearance. Like I said, a lot of people don't use these clamps. I'm going to, just because I don't want any vacuum leaks or anything later on down the road. So that's why I'm doing it. Now I still got to do the bottom one, which will go to the top, and we'll be right back. Alright, that ought to be about the right length. Cut this one. And as you can see, this is all extra. That whole piece right there is extra, so I could actually do it again if I needed to. But I don't need it, so I'm not going to use it. Get the remaining 2 clamps out, put them on the hose, and then repeat the process that we just did. Whew. Man, I'm not going to lie to you. Putting those 2 clamps, let me get you up here so you can see. Putting the 2 clamps on was the hardest part. I now understand why people just don't do it. But you have this fitting on here, so that's why I unplugged that. But yeah, you can see how tight that is. Now, if I ever need to take those off, that's going to be a pain in the butt. But I'm not planning on taking it off anytime soon. But always remember to plug everything back in as you work your way back out. Got that one on. Now let's do the one going to the catch cam. And then this install will be all but done. Alright, exit this down a little long. My clamp needs to be rotated so I can get to it from the top for easy access later. And like that, it is done. It's that simple. It really is. Like I said, the hardest part, a lot of people have trouble getting the clamps off with the factory hose. I didn't have that trouble. My hardest part was getting the new clamps on. But as you can see, I ran it down up under everything to keep it out of the way. You got all this stuff up here, and you don't want to have that in the way of your engine cover when you put it back on. Let me put you back up here, and we'll put the engine cover back on, and then we will be finished with this project. So hold on. Set you down. Take that back out. Set it out of the way. Be very gentle with your painted plastic cover. Even if it ain't painted, always be gentle with your stuff. And then just bring it on, tearing it up. Fish it back up under there. Get it approximately in place. Snap that side back on. Snap that side down. Get everything snapped back on, snapped back down, everything's tightened down. But yeah, I am glad you guys chose the red. I think it looks pretty good. Now it doesn't match my color red by no means, but look how good of an install that does look. Paying a little bit of attention now, keeping everything tucked down when you're putting it in will save you a lot of headache and trouble when you go to put this back on. Because you can see I got clearance, plenty of clearance, but you don't want any issues. Now with that said, that's going to conclude this install video. Like I said, I'm going to include the link for JDP Motorsports. I'm going to include the link for Elite Engineering, and I'm going to include some pictures off of Elite Engineering's website. They're public knowledge, they're public photos, so I don't have to worry about it. You know, they put them out there so we'll know, and they're good quality photos, so I'm going to use them. But I'm giving credit to Elite Engineering. They're the ones that took them. They're their photos. Now with that said, it's a very easy install. It took me less than an hour, you know, going back and forth to the building, getting tools, fighting those clamps, putting them back on. Taking them off wasn't that hard. I thought they would be, but once I got my flashlight and got down in there and saw how to do it, it was very gentle. It was very easy. And I highly recommend this for anybody. I mean, I'm actually going to get one for the Tahoe, and I'm going to get one for this car, because all it's doing is protecting my engine from carbon buildup and everything. So why not? It's very simple, very easy. Once you do one, the rest will be simple. So now all I got to do is come up with the money to buy those two and put them on. I think the Tahoe will probably be the easier one out of two, because if you've seen my video, the 5 things I hate about this car, you'll understand why, and I'll put that video in here so you can see it too. But yeah, with that done, on to the next mod, right? We're never done once we start. And I have a few ideas of stuff I want to do to this car. And I have a bunch of ideas I want to do to the black car. So stay tuned for those videos. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope, you know, I know that there's a ton of videos out there covering this project, not many on the 2012 SS, which this is. And I wanted to do the video so you guys could see the process and see that it's not hard. You know, I'm not as young as I used to be, so I can't do stuff as quick and precise. But it's not hard, it's not complicated. Just be sure for whatever one you get, visit their website, or whatever manufacturer you get, visit their website, look at the instructions. If it doesn't come with it, pay careful attention to everything, and it will go just as simple as you would ever imagine. Now let's take one more look at it, and then we'll be gone. Yeah, I think it looks good. I think it looks real good. Now they do offer other fittings. They have some black anodized AN fittings that goes over this, and braided hose rather than the rubber hose. So they have an upgrade kit, and it's like, I don't know, $60 maybe. You can look on the website. It's somewhere in that ballpark. But everything under here is rubber anyway, all the hoses and everything. So I figured, why not match? No need to start changing stuff around now. But yeah, I think it looks really good. I am very pleased with the outcome and the way it looks. Because it was me, I'd have probably got the black one. Yeah. So you guys made the right choice. You guys are always smarter than us car owners. But thanks for sticking around. To my subscribers, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. We're growing daily, believe it or not. And I am so tickled about that. That means I'm actually doing something some people are interested in seeing. And I don't know, I just really enjoy doing these little small mods and stuff. Like I said, I'll get the bigger ones later on. No big deal there. I'm just glad to be alive, be another day walking this earth and being able to do a few things. And you guys want to watch it. And to the new viewers, thank you so much for stopping by. That really means a lot. Be sure to check out some of my other videos, because there might be something that you might be looking for. I mean, I've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 140 videos on here. Not all car related, but most of them. So check them out. You might see something you like. But you guys be safe out there. You take care and go enjoy those cars. Have a nice day.